Hi, everybody. Okay, you can't even see my face because it's shadowed by my Rams hat, but I'm not taking off my Rams hat, even though they lost yesterday. Hi, ay, ay. They're killing me. So, a friend of mine named Kyle Cease says, don't hoard your content. That's what he always says. Don't hoard your content. Because the important thing about sharing your message with the world is that it is authentic and it is as it comes up in you and as it is coming out in you. So I don't care about the hat, I don't care about the makeup, because I want to start talking about what is verbal abuse. And whew, that took my breath away just to say that, because I've been hesitant to talk about it. And I went to this writer's workshop, Hay House Writers Workshop, this weekend in Las Vegas. And we were talking about how to choose what we're going to write about. And I want to write about my story. And my story is how I've lived my life up until now, the last few years, not even realizing that I was actually choosing emotionally and verbally abusive relationships. I just thought that that was normal and that it's what I deserved. And it's heartbreaking to think that I went my whole life thinking that I deserved that. And I did not even know that it was happening. I was in such a codependent situation that I totally lost myself in an effort to help those around me with problems. And I just didn't even realize that I was shrinking and getting smaller and smaller and smaller as these people with the problems just absorbed me. And if I want to write about my life, and if I want to write about this transformation that I'm going through right now, and I was going to say to help other women, and yes, to help other women who may be in unhealthy relationships and they don't even realize it. They just feel like something is wrong, but they don't know the gravity of what's actually going on because it's been going on for so long. It's like that frog boiling in water, whatever that saying is. But if I'm going to help other women, I have to help myself first. And what's going to help me is to be able to actually speak about the truth, about what happened and about what it was. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to tell anybody else's story, because I don't want to tell anybody else's story. But I want to start being honest. I want to be able to be honest because you know what? In this world, truth matters. Truth is the only thing that we have. I mean, it is the most important thing that we have that we can actually share and sit there with and say, yes, no one can change this. No one can take this away. It's the truth. And the truth doesn't hurt. I don't feel that the truth hurts me. Keeping the truth from myself and keeping the truth from others hurts me. And that's what I've tried to do for so long is pretend that everything is great and pretend that everything is one way on the outside when it's really one way on the inside. And I feel like I've been a fake. I feel like I haven't been authentic. I feel like I haven't been honest with myself and honest with my ex-husband and honest with the people around me. It's not my job to pretend that everything is okay. It's my job to be honest about how everything is. And I really believe now that I'm setting boundaries for myself and that I am learning what truth really is. I believe that if we tell our truth, it ends up being better and perfect for everyone else in our life too. So I am going to start talking about that. God, there's shame coming up around even talking about verbal and emotional abuse, because what kind of person would stay in a situation for decades feeling demeaned and unloved and not do anything about it? Interesting. It's the kind of person who's going through growth, and it's the kind of person who chose those relationships in order to grow. And that's the beauty of the whole thing. We agree to come to this planet, and we are on this earth in this physical form to learn how to evolve and to learn how to elevate our existence and share positivity with the world, share truth with the world, share abundance with each other, and love each other. And you know what? Hiding yourself from others is not telling the truth. It's not sharing love with others and abundance with others. And it's really not giving them the chance to get to know you. I never gave my ex-husband the chance to get to know the real me, because the real me was hidden from me. And a lot of times I went along with things to keep the peace and to make sure I wasn't making anyone angry, and to try and control situations that I felt like I had no control over. And it was so much easier just to not rock the boat, leave well enough alone. And so I have learned so much about how important it is for each of us to tell the truth. So I want to start talking about what it was like and what it has been like my entire life, childhood and everything, to live thinking that a certain way that you're treated emotionally and verbally was normal and was okay. And so, what is verbal abuse? And verbal abuse is anything someone says to you to put you down, to degrade you. Anything that you hear from someone else that makes you feel small, that when you hear it, you feel less than, you feel judged, you feel like someone's trying to have power over you. Put downs, slights, dismissing you, brushing you off, rolling their eyes at you, strong arming you with words. And it's not just love relationships, it's work relationships, it's friends relationships, it's any kind of relationship. And now I am just in such a connection with myself that I am able to just feel instantly. Like before, when I was in the midst of emotional and verbal abuse, the first thing I would feel is I would feel terrible about myself. What have I done? What is wrong with me? Why are they saying that to me? I must be bad. I must have done something terrible. So I thought I was just doing something wrong. And I was going to counselors and support groups and everything, trying to figure out how to fix myself so that people don't talk to me this way. And now I know that it's not me, it's them. And if it is me, they have an obligation to share that with me in a respectful way, as I have a responsibility to share with someone else if they are doing something that is bothering me. So it's just about honesty and respect for the other person. And I never gave the people that I was in relationships with, I never gave them the chance to, like I said, know the real me or have a chance to say what they needed to say in response to my truth. I took that away from them, and I took that away from myself. And I just want to start talking about emotional and verbal abuse in a different atmosphere than an atmosphere of blame. Because for me, there is no blame in it at all. Because these are relationships that I have chosen to be in for my own personal growth. And there's just no blame. There's huge forgiveness, huge amounts of forgiveness, and joy to finally be able to step into who I really am, or beginning to, and that it's okay to talk about verbal and emotional abuse. Oh my God. See, just by at the beginning of this video, I felt shame. I felt so much shame coming up in that. Because my whole life, I have been told that it's better to be quiet. It's better to just not talk. So that's where I started letting people walk on me and shrink to make everybody happy. And that's not the way to live. And that's not the way to spread love. That's not the way to be an example to the rest of humanity about how to connect with each other and how to relate to each other and how to love each other and how to change this planet and save this planet. So, yeah, I don't feel the way I did when I first started talking about it. Now it just feels like it's more of a big deal. Yeah, let's talk about it. And so that's what I want to do. I want to help other people recognize it, because I had actually somebody, the way I recognized that I was being a victim of it, and I don't even like to say victim of it, that it was in my life, was that somebody mentioned it to me. And I said, oh, no, no, no. And then I started thinking about it. That was a huge wake up call. Then I just started Googling, what is verbal abuse? And I was like, I mean, there were actual quotes that were exactly the same as what was happening in my life. And I was shocked. I was shocked and relieved at the same time, because for the first time I thought, maybe I'm not doing everything wrong. Maybe I'm not so bad. So anyway, I'm going to start writing more about what it's like, what it feels like, what it sounds like, what it does to a relationship, what it does to a person. And yeah, let's just put it out there. Let's put all the truth out there. So that's it for today. Thanks for listening. I'm looking around because leaves are falling off the trees in the woods where I live, and I love it. Okay. Great to see you guys. And go to my website, A Heart-Based Life, and you can always type in lornasmith.net to get to A Heart-Based Life too. lornasmith.net. That's me. And yeah, I have a blog there about what it's been like to transition out of relationships like that and to find my truth. And I'm still experimenting with finding my truth. So I'm having the courage to put it out there right now. Ugh. Yeah, fearlessness. Okay, thanks, you guys. Bye.